Gamer demo, but we saw a whole lot more during the E3 demo. As it's a new gameplay mechanic to the series, can you tell us all about it? We were also shown Agent 47's disguise and blending skills when he stole a mechanic's uniform so that he could infiltrate a junkyard. Can you tell us more about these skills?
The disguises and blending are again another aspect of the instinct that can be used for more advanced players. Disguises have always been a hallmark of the series, and we want to get a more complete experience now to the players and create a more realistic approach to it. So now if a player is wearing a right disguise, he can fool the NPCs that are hunting him on a level. Burn some of the instinct you have to slow down time and place tags on the enemies that you want to take out. Like we've seen in the Streets of Hope demo at the end, one point, you can Agent 47 walks up to a barbecue where there are several enemies grilling, and he can then performs a point shooting by slowing down time, tagging the different enemies, and then activating the mechanic itself. It's really important to understand that it has a price, so that it cannot be abused. Every time a tag is placed, some of the instinct from the...
During the E3 demo, Agent 47, or whoever was controlling him, treated us to a rather elaborate kill involving a long drop from the roof of a garage and a lump of C4 thrown next to a petrol pump. The resulting explosion was an awesomely extravagant way to wipe out the target, and was much cooler than just shooting him in the head. Will there be lots of ways to experiment with crazy kills?
Well, creativity and choice are hallmarks of the series, so it's really your imagination that sets the limits to a certain degree. I mean, what we really want to cater for are all kinds of playstyle. With a bit of luck or even just a push from the player, your target might wander under the car, and that leads to something. But it's really the player's own imagination that can set the limit.
Now, the level we were shown at E3 had a very 1950s American look to it, whereas the gameplay shown at last year's Eurogamer looked like modern times. Will there be time travel?
No, there is absolutely no time zone switch. It's just the fact that you are traveling across America, and this is a very stylized version of America. We don't try to make it stereotypical, we try to make it more archetypical. I mean, you could argue it if when you leave London and you just travel 50 miles north, you actually are entering a time bubble sometimes. But this is just our way of presenting a very run-down town in the South Dakota that is just, it doesn't exist at all. This is just our representation of it, and it's really good for gameplay.
I spotted loads of garden gnomes in the demo. Is there someone on the team that really likes garden gnomes?
We love garden gnomes. We really wanted to make unique props, and the garden gnomes are a really good example of something that stands out. We want to make sure that if a prop from or an object from the level of the game is taken out of context and shown to someone, they would say straight away that garden gnome can only come from Hitman Absolution. There's no other game that would actually dare to have a Southern State dressed garden gnome.
Awesome! Thanks, Roberto. Oh, and one last thing.